Hey, what's up, good people? And welcome back to the channel today for a very special interview. As you can see, I am not alone because I am with the baddie herself, Miss Leila Graves. We are ready to talk about the new Netflix series, Wrestlers, which is going to be releasing September 13th. This is a docuseries that you just do not want to miss out. Whether you are a hardcore wrestling fan, whether you are a casual looking for your next documentary, if you really want to not only get a glimpse into what the world of independent wrestling is like, but the folks who risk their lives, their finances, everything in order to provide us entertainment, this is the one. You totally want to check it out. I'm with one of the stars of not only the series, but one of the stars in professional wrestling. So, Miss Leila, how are you doing today? And thank you so much for the time.
What's up? What's up? Thank you so much for having me.
Absolutely, absolutely. Let's go to the beginning here. Now the world, we're getting ready to see this, and obviously we had a chance to check it out. I got a chance to check it out. I know you that you got a chance to check it out early. Tomorrow is a big day. What is your level of excitement tonight? You're gonna have to put your head on the pillow at some point.
And
At some point, it's gonna blow up. Dimensions, everything.
And they did us dirty because they're like, the show comes out at midnight. And then a few days ago, they're like, yeah, but midnight on the West Coast. So that's 3 a.m. on the East. And I'm like, oh my God. So now what am I supposed to do? I don't know. We're gonna have to go to bed like right now. So I can wake up at 3 a.m. and watch this because I am definitely binging it. Like, even though I did get to see stuff, tomorrow the whole world gets to see it. And man, I don't know if I'm ready. I really don't know what to expect, what's gonna happen. It's crazy. I'm just so anxious, and man, I'm so nervous.
Yeah, congratulations. And you've made a lot of success on independent level and on a professional level at AEW, but now breaking into entertainment and really subjecting your life to the world is a huge accomplishment. And for whatever it's worth, you are immortalized on Netflix, which means that years from now, folks can just pick up Wrestlers. What was that about? OVW, what was that about? And you will be one of the featured cast members. So
we are the wrestlers. The world is gonna know us as the wrestlers.
Absolutely. And when you look at the gravity of that, how do you make with that there?
Man, I don't know, because it still like hasn't really hit me. So I don't know how I'm gonna handle all of that, but it's just amazing. Like you said, forever immortalized. We are, a Netflix original series. Like, we will forever be on that platform, the #1 platform in the world. Like, that is big. I don't know anybody who's been on Netflix. I'm the first person I know.
Yeah. The resume gets thicker.
Exactly. Like, this is a huge deal. And like, not just for me, but for OVW, like, goddamn, this is huge for them.
Yeah.
And it's just gonna be big for all of us, all of the wrestlers, the producers, everybody, the whole entire company. This is gonna take us to the next level. And I'm just so excited for the world to see this. Seriously.
Yeah. And I'm just going to continue to say congratulations this whole interview. And we both, as a journalist and as a critic, and you as a star in the world of professional wrestling, we know how the business is in all scales. And what I really want to promote and make sure that I really label with this docuseries is, we get to see the athleticism, we get to see how the business operates. But what I really love was the heart in this. We really genuinely got to connect with you all. I feel like I really know you now because you invited us into your life. We got to see you as and you got very candid about what does it mean to be a independent wrestler, the sacrifices, the moments of sleeping in your car, not knowing where your next dollar is going to come from. But all of this while still having a smile. Not one scene do you not see you not available for fans, not available for your other folks in the locker room. It's a remarkable thing in a world that, truly doesn't really always have a path forward in terms of what's next and how we're going to make it to the next day and whatnot. It's really remarkable to see somebody of your caliber to continue to do this with such grace. When you look back at it now, because then it was really surreal to you, wondering like what's next, how I'm going to make it, and obviously you made a lot of success since then. What do you say back to yourself during those filming days? What would be that message if you can go back to tell yourself then to where you're at now?
My message to me last year, just to keep striving and keep believing in yourself, because there were many moments just last year where I was like, is this ever really gonna happen for me? Like, am I kind of wasting my time? Like, what a lot of people don't know is that I started wrestling like later on in life. So for me, I'm like, I don't have a lot of time to make this dream work. I started training, I was nearly 30 years old. I was 29 years old, and not a lot of people start wrestling at that age. So since the moment I began this journey, I already felt like a lot of pressure to make it and make it as fast as I can. And, that's why we went like, man, we put everything into this dream, all of our money, all of our resources, moving from a different state to Louisville, Kentucky, to the middle of nowhere. And I'm a city girl. I'm from New York. I spent time in Miami where it's loud, it's live, it's popping. And now I'm in Louisville, Kentucky. And I'm like
isolated.
isolated.
The pandemic before the pandemic.
Yes. And there's still some people, like even some friends of mine, that don't even know that I live here. And when they find out, they're like, what the hell? So I have to like explain everything. But yeah, like, man, last year was a journey. And then just looking back, I'm like, it was a beautiful summer. It really was. Like, we have like a special bond. And now, like, nobody knows what it was like except for us. And we'll always have that.
Yeah.
So yeah, to everybody watching themselves from last year, just hang in there, because I see like so many of our dreams coming true. Like, I see so many people that are like really on the way, and this show is just really going to take it to the next level.
Beautiful. And again, thank you, because whether you want to be you're inspiring to be a pro wrestler, or whether you looking to work in the government, whatever it may be, I think this is a true testament to never letting your dreams go. And again, with wrestling documentaries and series, and no discredit to them, because there's a lot of good work out there, this was about heart. This was about family. And then ultimately about community, and OVW takes you on a journey of this notoriety of these really iconic wrestlers coming from out of this promotion to the uncertainty of finances, the uncertainty to longevity here, the uncertainty to their employees wondering what's going to be their next move, to ultimately everyone rallying together, weathering the storm, showing what I feel is one of the most beautiful traits of humanity, resilience.
Yes. And as you guys saw on the show, like, independent wrestlers, we're already broke. And then, OVW is like behind on paying us. So that just added to everything last summer, because it's like, we have to be available this whole entire summer for this summer tour, but you guys aren't paying us. So what the hell are we supposed to do? We got our money though. At the end of the day, we want to put that out there.
Yeah. So let's talk about the filming here. I mean, obviously, you're no stranger to the camera and doing weekly television, but filming a documentary in a way that, and again, being a wrestler, I'm sure you've seen folks with cameras all the time, but this is a legitimate production. This is a legitimate crew. This one had high aspirations. My first question, whether you can say or not, were you all ever initially aware that this would get to the level of being on Netflix?
I think that, well, I know that they were in talks about it for probably like a year and a half. before the cameras even showed up. And I wasn't there at that time. So by the time that I had got there, they had already known that it was Netflix. So I'm not exactly, I still am not exactly sure how everything came about.
Yeah.
I believe that Craig is probably somebody that's behind it, more than Matt Jones. I think Craig got some hookups or something. I don't know.
So essentially for you, it was just go time. There was cameras around. You wasn't worrying about the business to it. You just was going to do what you had to do. So I just want to know, what was that emotion with knowing the cameras were around, period, in a way that you hadn't been accustomed to originally?
Yeah, it was definitely kind of weird, and definitely took a little getting used to, because it is totally different than in the wrestling business or even acting, you know. So I felt like a part of me did hold back a little bit, at least in the beginning, because like I said, it did take getting used to, and it's like, you know, you want to be portrayed a certain way and this and that. But like as time goes on, it kind of you kind of don't notice them anymore as much.
Yeah.
And things become a little bit more natural. You know, we had like 2 full months of them with cameras in our faces. So after a while, I feel like everybody was able to like really be real in front of the cameras.
Yeah. And you talked about the perception of it. Again, you know, you had a chance to see a little bit of something with this here. How did you feel about seeing yourself, and ultimately, what do you want fans to really appreciate about you from what you've shown?
Man, I just want fans to really see like the hard work, and to just also appreciate independent wrestling and wrestling that's not WWE and AEW. Like, we're the rising stars, and you know, it's great to see people go from A to B. And this is actually something that I wish they would have touched a little bit more in the show, but hopefully, you know, it leaves it open for season 2. But during the show, I end up getting signed to AEW. And I mean, that was major. And so my life started changing a lot throughout the shooting of the series. You know, for whatever reason, it didn't make the show as much. But yeah, it's just, I just really want fans to see like how wrestlers come from all walks of life, and man, just what can happen when all these people come together and put on a great show, and opportunities rise for everybody.
Yeah. No, I think you know, if I can add a testimony here, I think, you know, without a doubt, you scream confidence. And whether folks want to attest to the gimmick or anybody who's ever met you at a meet and greet, there's a level of just confidence that just it's easily noticeable in any room. And what I really appreciated was just seeing you be vulnerable. That right there is something that people struggle with. And people, you know, they deal with it, they internalize it, but not only to just show it in front of the cameras, in front of the world, you know, but this is literally one of the biggest streaming apps. So everybody's going to see this. And to have that almost confidence to even go down that route, to open this up, I think it's just a beautiful thing. And I think
we had to be real. If we weren't real, it wasn't going to be good.
True,
you know, if we're out there, you know, faking it, I think people, you know, I understand that a lot of people that are going to see this show or probably have no idea who we are, also, and don't know like about our gimmicks. But a lot of people also do know who we are and do know our gimmicks, and it's important that we showed a different side of that, and you know, peel the layers and show people who we really are. And you know, we all have incredible stories and amazing big personalities. So that's what makes the show so amazing. Like, you know, we have superstars on the show. We have big
Yeah.
characters.
Yeah.
And to be able to take a peek into their lives and see who is the person behind the persona. That's what people are really going to love about this show.
Yeah. No, 1,000%. 1,000%. What's going on in the OVW group chat, man? Listen, it's a big night. Y'all get ready to pop the bottles for the premiere. What has been some of the communications between you all getting ready for the big date?
Well, I know we plan on having a little get together for the premiere. A few of us, kind of like a potluck, bring some food, drinks, all of that, and we kind of want to watch it together. I'm sure some of us are gonna watch it a little beforehand if it comes out at 3 a.m. but we but we still plan on meeting up later on in the day and watching it together.
Sounds like somebody not gonna make it through the night here.
Yeah. But everybody's just super excited.
Yeah.
The group chat has been active. Everybody's posting. Everybody's sharing each other's stuff. It's great. It's great. It's good vibes today.
Yeah. Folks, listen. This is obviously a spoiler here, and you know, once you all, obviously, if you're watching this review, the series is already just reviewed. This interview, the show's already been released. I want to talk about a particular moment within the series, and that was something that changed your life forever, and that was to see your engagement unfold in the way it did.
Oh
I know
God.
when I watched it, my jaw dropped. And, you know, knowing that you're already engaged, it still hit me in a way like, oh my God, like I literally jumped out of my seat. It was such a special moment. But you lived that moment, and then you're engaged, and things are obviously ramping up with you too. What is it like to see that and know that that's always going to be on Netflix?
It's very beautiful. I think we definitely cried when we watched it, and man, to see it on Netflix forever, it's so crazy. I really don't even know what to think. That's gonna be one of the first things I post on my social media. I know that. That. I'm gonna pin this post
for all your family members and friends. I said, girl, why didn't you invite me to that?
Exactly.
Here's the link, episode, blah, blah, timestamp. Go check it. Now you're here, and now the whole world can see it. It's such a beautiful thing.
I know. And you know, I feel like because of the fact that we weren't like super highlighted like some of the other wrestlers,
right?
I feel like they leave a lot of room to cover our story for our season 2.
I agree.
That, you know, we hope we get because people gonna want to know, are we getting married? What happened? What happened?
Yeah.
What's happening with us? And you never know, maybe a wedding on season 2. I don't know. I think
hey, listen, first of all, shout out to certified Luke Curtis here. An amazing guy. And also, y'all also had a great weekend this past weekend at OVW. I would be down for this. I think, and listen, now that y'all got a glimpse, a little taste into this life now, I'm sure you're all like, hey, why not? Why not? And I think the fans are going to respond. I think one way or another, this is what needs to happen. This is what needs to happen, which not to impede plans here, but thinking about a big scale here, does that shift dates here? Does that shift plans? Did y'all make a sort of a detour here, knowing that like maybe we should make this a thing?
I mean, we thought about it like since we covered the engagement on there, and I'm like, wow, I don't know. I feel like maybe people would want to see.
Yeah.
We're gonna see the response.
Yeah.
after everybody watches the show. But yeah, it's definitely something that we've spoken about. Like, you know, what if we share this moment with the world? I think that would be super cool. And I know we've already spoken to Al Snow about officiating. So
okay, there you go. Folks, get in the comments, let us know, do y'all want to see that? I know I do. So you got my vote already. Leila, listen, one of the most important things I want to talk to you about this is just the OVW family. Episode 7, the final episode, the finale of this season, really, really, really hits you in the feels. To you, and to kind of project to your family, you know, knowing everything that you all have been through, knowing the moment, the lows, but ultimately, you know, the highs and the lows, but the resilience, as I spoke about earlier. Who are some of the folks that you really want to, you know, take a moment to shout out, or just, you know, give their flowers from this journey and being part of the OVW family?
Well, I definitely have to give a shout out to Hollywood, Haley J.
Yeah.
She was a very important part of this docuseries. And I mean, she really like put it all out there in a way that I don't even know if I would be able to. Her and her mother, amazing Maria, they both, I feel like, just were so honest and so real. And I mean, their story, I think their story was definitely one of my favorites from the show. It was so real, and I was there, and I witnessed like these moments, and like I know stuff from their lives, so it's to see them put it in the story format. I feel like, you know, they had that hardcore match, that bloody match, and Netflix told the story like just in a better way that OVW could ever have.
Yeah.
Because Netflix kind of did retell the story that OVW was trying to tell with that match.
Yeah.
So that there, I definitely have to give it up for Hollywood, Haley J, and Maria. You know, also Matt Jones. And Matt Jones is also somebody that I want to thank for making all of this happen for us. But Matt Jones, I feel like I got to see a different side of him in the show. And it made me feel more affection towards him. Yeah, I the scene with the seizure, that was like traumatizing, and I'm like,
I had to get up and walk around a little bit. That woo, that was
yes. So I mean, yeah, the Matt Jones one, that was one, and then also Cash Flow is another one that, you know, I want to thank him for putting his life out there for the world to see. And he's been in the game for a minute, and it was so beautiful watching, you know, all his videos from back in the day. And just, you know, he's like the one that never gave up on his dream, no matter what. And the fact that his family supports him and still supports the dream after all this time, it's just beautiful. So I want to shout those are like the MVPs of the show for me. And I want to shout them out for being so honest with the world. And because of that, you know, it's gonna be great for all of us who are a part of the show. You know, they're making this a great show.
Yeah. And agreed. Leila's laying it down, folks. And as I mentioned in the beginning of this show, or this interview, Wrestlers on Netflix airing or premiering September 13th. There's 7 episodes, about an hour each. This docuseries is must watch. And for you hardcore wrestling enthusiasts, I know y'all probably thinking like, what drama, what tea, all that other stuff. Yeah, okay, fine. It's really about heart. And obviously, I've always recognized this OVW as one of those prestigious independent promotions. And as they mentioned, of folks such as The Miz, John Cena, Bautista, Brock have come through here. They're alumni. So you say, okay, cool. I respect that. But to really get on the surface level, to be invited into these people's homes, to hear about the struggles, the trials, the tribulations, the blood, sweat, and tears. And I know that's a saying that people just say, but to truly see it, makes this one truly unique, truly special. And I'm gonna need Netflix to get it together and go ahead and get us that season 2, because I need to know more. I need to know more. I need to hear more. I need to know more. Yeah, we need to see this wedding transpire on the big screen on Netflix here. So before we wrap up here, I just want to make sure 2 things here. Anything else about this show, about the series, the filming process, or even to this date right now, in this moment right now where you at, that you want to be able to speak on?
That I want to be able to speak on. I'm not sure.
I'm not
sure. It is a lot to take in. I need to watch it again, man. Yeah. I think I had too many emotions when I watched it the first time around. I'm like, I need to watch it again. I don't even remember it anymore because it's but man, it's just a fantastic show, guys. Everybody watch this show. Trust me, you're gonna love it. You're gonna fall in love with these characters, and I really see a lot of people supporting OVW afterwards. Like, we're expecting this to help our house. You know, let's see what happens for the company.
Matt knows business, but now this is a whole nother level. You know, radio and all that takes you to one level, but this right here is the epitome of promotion here. You know what I mean?
Yes. It's just such a historical company, and you know, it was all of this and all of that with Bautista and John Cena and Brock Lesnar, but now we're the new generation. So you know, I really want guys to pay attention to what we're doing here, because we're doing something super special. And you know, this is going down in history. We just made history.
Let me I'm sorry, I want to wrap up the show here, but let me break this down, folks. Leila Gray is signed to AEW, one of the biggest promotions in the world. She is talking about her roots, and OVW is must watch, must show up to. And if you've been sleeping this long, well, it's time for you to wake up, because on September 31st, Wrestlers is going to pretty much get you hipped here. So you listen here. If you can't do the math here, if she's already working in one of the best promotions and still making it known that you got to go to check out OVW, do what the ladies say. Do what the baddies say, Leila.
That's right. The ultimate baddie, the it girl, Miss Leila Gray.
Damn right. Leila, it's been a pleasure to talk to you. I really, really, really can't wait to see what's next. I one way or another, Netflix is going to have to cut the check. Let's get a season 2 going. And if not, I'm going to need some folks to get in contact with you, get in contact with Luke, set something up, because I'm very interested in seeing more and more of your 2 story. This is a beautiful series, and definitely highlights some really beautiful moments of yours. And I know that there's so much more to be shown here. And honestly, if I can pitch you an idea, you should just do a watch along. Let the fans watch it with you. Throw something on the Twitch and stream it and watch it. You know, little something for the folks.
Not a bad idea.
Folks, check it out. Wrestlers, September 13th on Netflix. 7 episodes, an hour each. It is going to release 3 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, whether Leila is up or not. But one way or another,
I'm gonna be up. Set my alarm right now.
One way or another, you want to check it out. Again, in the comments, let us know your thoughts about the series once you check it out. And give Leila some feedback. Let her know what more you want to see. If there's a season 2, like what parts of the story you want to hear more about. I know there's got to be new folks probably scouting through OVW. There is a new champion. There was a big show last weekend, so we know things are still at its high there. So there's still a lot to talk about there, but we'll see what happens next. But again, Leila, thank you so much for your time, and hopefully we get to do it again very, very soon.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for having me, and I hope everybody out there watches and enjoys the show.
There it is.
God bless y'all.
There it is. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in for this interview. We'll catch you back very soon.